title challengers, Champions League winners. What will Liverpool achieve this season? Welcome back to another episode of Tima Ballers podcast. I'm glad to have you all back on, and thank you indeed for listening. I appreciate all the support. Please do like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Leave a comment. It really helps out. Thank you so much. But let's talk about it. Liverpool. This is incredible. It has gone to the point where now it cannot be not noticed. You cannot ignore the fact that Liverpool are glorious. Liverpool are phenomenal. 6 away wins for the first time in our history in a row. Arne Slot, arguably the best ever start to any Liverpool manager's career. Liverpool have won 11 out of 12 games. We have, in the Champions League now, we've scored 6 goals, conceded 1, plus 5 goal difference. We sit second place in the Champions League table with 9 points after the 1-0 victory over RB Leipzig, which by the way was actually quite a close game. Both sides had a lot of shots on target. Liverpool 7, Leipzig 6. Liverpool had more possession, and I think we did make quite a few errors. Our midfield wasn't as watertight, but that doesn't change the fact that we won, right? And you can't expect to win every single game by 3, 4, 5-0. Of course not. Even our title winning season when we won the title in 2020, there were a lot of those scrappy 1-0 wins. And then the Premier League. First place, top of the league, best defence. We've managed to only concede 3 Premier League goals in 8 games. That is by far the best defence. The next best defence is actually Nottingham Forest. And then we've got Manchester City conceding 9, Arsenal conceding 8, Newcastle conceding 8, and Spurs conceding 9, as well as Manchester United. So there's a phenomenal defensive ability in the team, conceding almost no goals, managing to keep 5 clean sheets. We have amassed 21 out of 24 points. That now means that Arne Slot is one of the best ever Premier League managers in terms of his start. In terms of those first 8 games, he's now ranked all the way at the top in the top 2, which is absolutely sensational. That just tells you what a phenomenal job he's doing. Just think about the expectation that was laid upon him when he walked into that Liverpool coaching role, when he became the gaffer, becoming the successor to Jurgen Klopp, the man who brought Liverpool back to its glory after a 30-year title drought, bringing a Champions League, a Premier League, 2 League Cups, an FA Cup, a Super Cup, a Club World Cup. It's so difficult to follow in the footsteps of a legend, and the pressure's on you, the media's on you, the doubters, the haters, the rival fans, they're all questioning you. They're all thinking Liverpool will drop off. Liverpool will not be in the title race. Even Gary Neville a few weeks ago said that Liverpool will not challenge for the title. But here we are now. Here we are. Every time we keep on proving them wrong. They said that we didn't play a team in the bottom 10. Well, we played Chelsea and we beat them. They said that we haven't had tough fixtures. Well, we played Leipzig away, AC Milan away, Man United away, and Chelsea home, and we collected all the points from there. We have scored definitive after definitive win, conceding one of the fewest number of goals in Europe, the fewest in the Premier League. We've got the best defence, one of the best attacks. Our midfield is cohesive and brilliant. Gravenberch is one of the best DMs in the world on form. Salah has got a lot of goals and assists. The defence is brilliant. Van Dijk is a phenomenal captain. Any kind of doubts that there were about him towards the end of the last season, any kind of questionable performance against Atalanta, I think he has more than redeemed himself. Delivering that goal against Milan was crucial, and then being that captain, keeping that backline tidy was amazing. Amazing. This man's incredible, and overall, what can we say? Liverpool are astonishing. And the question now really is, can we really do something special? Because I don't think even the most optimistic Liverpool fans would have been anywhere near dreaming that we could be challenging for the title and winning it, or even thinking of the Champions League. I honestly thought we were going to finish second. A lot of other fans predicted Liverpool third. Many pundits and football content creators put Liverpool in third, outside the title race. But we're clearly in the title race. You might ask a question though. Last year, Spurs were also top of the league at one point, with I think 10 games to go. What makes us different from them? Why is it that with Spurs they then dropped off? Why can't that happen to Liverpool? I actually thought about it. couldn't that happen to us? Couldn't we just drop off like Spurs and crumble away and have a mixed season just about finishing in top 4? Could all this Liverpool glory just be a matter of short-term form? Well, actually, if you dig a bit deeper, there are some huge differences. First of all, last season we did title challenge. So last season we were building towards winning the Premier League. Klopp rebuilt that midfield. The midfield was gelling. It was taking its time. There were some problems. We had some injury issues. Klopp was leaving. And obviously, unfortunately, we did fall away. However, this summer we go again. The midfield is now more cohesive. They know each other better. The squad works better. The team looks strong as ever. We've improved our fitness. We got a new doctor in. And the manager Slot has now implemented exciting new tactics and style of play. The players love it. The fans love it. Of course, Klopp is the GOAT. He will always be at the top of who we believe in Liverpool. But Arne Slot has really brought something special. He has, again, brought that spark into Liverpool to keep that team going forward. Klopp passed on the torch of that team that was on its way to becoming a full, proper, complete team. And here we are, the team that is now fully functioning. Moreover, we've got a team of world-class superstars. This is not the case of Tottenham Hotspurs, where in the end the team was nowhere near being the best in the Premier League. This Liverpool side is easily top 3 teams in the Premier League, and quite easily, I would argue, top 5 teams in the world. At least top 6. You think about the number of Champions League and Premier League winners in that team, the abundance of experience and talent, the youth talent, the younger players like Szoboszlai, like Kwanzaa, like Curtis Jones, like Harvey Elliott. And then you have the more experienced players like Van Dijk, Salah, even Trent, who is only 26, but he's already won the Premier League and the Champions League. And he's got so much experience, more experience probably than the entire Arsenal squad, because he's actually won the Premier League and the Champions League and been at the pinnacle of it, at the heart of the Champions League and Premier League winning team. So when we look at Liverpool, this is not a case of, oh yeah, they just came quickly up, nice patch of form. This is part of who we are. For the past several years, we have been consistently challenging for the title. In those past few years, right, 18-19, we scored 90 plus points. The next season, we win the Premier League. The next season, we fall away, finish 3rd. Then we challenge for the title again, 90 plus points. Then we fall away. Then again, we challenge for the title, finish with 82 points, and we spend the most days top of the league. And actually what compromised us was probably just injuries and fatigue and other factors. But we were certainly in the mix, and quite a lot of people actually had us winning the league, which tells you that we were in it, right? So this season, us challenging for the title is not some aberration. It's not a gigantic surprise. It's very different to Spurs, where it was more of a case of Ange brings in a new style of play that has incredible success and then it kind of breaks away. No, here is a different case. We've got a well-established squad that is proven of winning, right? A squad that has challenged the title not just last season but seasons before. So I believe that this positive form we've seen from Liverpool is not just a short-term kind of thing. I think this is indicative of who we are and who we will be. I'm not going to say that we're going to go and win every single game and win the quadruple, but I think we're certainly going to be challenging for the title at the top level, hopefully winning it, given how City are vulnerable without Rodri. City are shaky, right? They barely beat Arsenal, barely beat Wolves, arguably with a controversial decision to allow that John Stones goal, although Bernardo Silva was impeding the Wolves keeper Sarr whilst in an offside position. They also barely scraped a win against Fulham, where if Adama Traore at least somewhat could finish, Fulham would have probably beat Man City at the Etihad as well. So it's pretty crazy how Man City are not at the top game right now, and we are points ahead of them, and we've got a much better defensive record. Arsenal are already 4 points behind, and I would say we're quite favourites going into that game at the Emirates, because it could be a case of Saka, Saliba, and Odegaard not being part of the team, and that would be a hammer blow to Arsenal. Top 3 players out the team, I think they're certainly going to lose. Despite how hard they try, they will be overpowered in all the areas of the pitch without the goal-scoring brilliance of Saka, the genius midfield class of Odegaard, and the defensive assurance of Saliba. So I think that we're certainly in it in the Premier League. In the Champions League, we're second place. We've done brilliantly. I'm not going to say we're going to win it. I still have Real Madrid as favourites. And I think there are other very, very good teams. But I certainly would not forget who Liverpool are. And going forward, I would say that we've got a chance to win silverware. Certainly win silverware. I'm expecting at least a trophy, even if that be an FA Cup or a League Cup. I think it's ridiculous to sneer at any silverware. Any silverware is history and its legacy. It goes in your trophy cabinet. When you win something, it gives you a special feeling of winning. And that feeling of winning is what football is all about in the end. You exist to win. Liverpool Football Club is out there to win. We're not going to be just satisfied with top 4, right? We're not satisfied with second place. We're satisfied with winning. And I'm confident in our ability to win something this season. But ultimately, I think the Premier League is there to be taken. Man City without Rodri are vulnerable. If Haaland gets injured, they're really vulnerable. Arsenal have already dropped quite a few points and could drop more. They look quite vulnerable. Those injuries and red cards have really kind of already derailed the season. They've dropped, what is it, seven crucial points coming from those 3 red cards. Trossard, Declan Rice and Saliba, costing them dear points in crucial games. So I would say yes, Liverpool are in the title race. Yes, we can win the Premier League. Do I think we're favourites? No, I still think Man City are favourites. They've got the best squad in the Premier League. They've got incredible squad depth, even without Rodri. They are still a team who've won the treble. They've won a lot of trophies recently, and I'm not going to deny that they have a habit of absolutely obliterating everyone towards the end of the season. So I think that it's going to be super difficult to beat City. But I also will not doubt my team. And everything we have shown so far, everything has been that we're capable of doing this. And actually, that Nottingham Forest game was actually more of a successful test than a failure. Because we got humiliated, embarrassed at Anfield by what is frankly a mediocre team. Right, let's not get this. Let's not try to invent things and pretend like Nottingham Forest are someone like Newcastle or Arsenal. They're not. They're Nottingham Forest. I know that they were doing very well at the time. They are 8th place in the league for a reason, which is very solid, by the way, very solid. They're above Newcastle, above Man United, and above West Ham. They're still a very decent team, but they should not be beating Liverpool at Anfield. That was a humiliation. We got past it. We moved on, made the right decisions. Slot changed up some tactics, and here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Victory, 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 victory. We've never looked back since then. We've kept on ploughing like never before. That game, right? Since then, AC Milan win, Bournemouth win, West Ham win, Wolves win, Bologna win, Crystal Palace win, Chelsea win, RB Leipzig win. That's what I call mentality. You slip up, you stand up, and you keep going. And that's what's been super impressive. It's not to fall in that patch of poor form, which arguably is kind of what happened to Arsenal, right? They stumbled at Brighton, kind of stumbled at City a little bit in some ways, stumbled against Bournemouth. But with Liverpool, we have not stumbled. We've kept on going. So for that reason, yes, I think we're in it. I think we're in it. We're in it for a fantastic Premier League season. And anyone will agree that this title race is on. Man City are weakened, Liverpool are strengthened. This will not be a case of Man City running away with it by Christmas, purely because, well, it's unlikely that Liverpool will suddenly drop many points and City will win all their games. And especially if we manage to beat them at Anfield, that would be sensational. So therefore, as I said, an interesting season lies ahead. Obviously, let me know your thoughts. Are Liverpool really in the mix? Or perhaps maybe some Liverpool fans are being overconfident? Although actually, I would argue that most Liverpool fans are very realistic. If you talk to most Liverpool fans, we're not saying, yes, we're winning the Premier League, we're winning the quadruple. That's a very small minority. The vast majority of Liverpool fans are very apprehensive of the fact that this is Arne Slot's first season. This was always going to be a building season because it's very hard for Arne Slot to walk into that door and instantly win the Premier League with no Premier League experience, with no experience of managing a top European side, with all due respect to Feyenoord, but managing Liverpool, one of the biggest clubs in the world, right? Arguably the biggest club in England alongside Manchester United. That is a huge responsibility. And what makes it even harder is being the successor to Jurgen Klopp, which just puts all the eyes on you. Because even in those press conferences, people will ask you about Klopp, people will question you, people will interrogate you. He's handled the media, he's handled those players, he's managed to handle them well. The squad, it looks happy and good. As long as we can sort out those contract situations, it will be all brilliant. So therefore, thank you for listening, and I hope you have a fantastic week. Wish you all the best.